You may have heard that I don't wash my face in the morning. That is a true fact. The question that other people have is, should you wash your face in the morning? Today we're going to explain the science behind skincare, why I don't wash my face to start the day, and explain a little bit about my reasoning behind that so that you can choose what's best for you. Skincare and the science behind it is very complex. The biochemistry of how cosmetics and different products we put on our face interact with our biology and our beauty is fantastic. And as I've grown and learned more, I've found what works for me. All skin is different, of course, but other people, including influencers and even dermatologists, have also stopped washing their face in the morning and found benefits. Let's explain exactly what's going on here. How many times do you wash your face a day? I would actually love to know, and let's post some comments and I'll have a conversation around this. Our bodies evolved to be smart. What normally is created by our skin is a substance called sebum. That is the oily, waxy substance that our pores secrete in order to protect our skin. It delivers lipids, it's a little bit of barrier protection, and it's a natural process. However, for those who suffer with acne or with dull skin, sometimes a sebum buildup is related to or a contributing factor to those skin problems. And if you've got pimples, you know what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, for those of us who have struggled with acne, it is a natural response to want to wash our face or overly wash our face. Sometimes we're doing that by washing multiple times a day, or sometimes we're stripping our skin with harsh cleansers and harsh products that, yes, give us that squeaky clean feeling, but overall really dry out the skin and cause the skin to either produce more sebum or just destroy our skin's barrier. You see, our skin protects our entire body. It keeps us in and it keeps bad things out. It takes care of us and we should take care of it too. But when we strip it or over cleanse it, we're actually stopping it from doing its job properly. You can kind of think of it as a fence that you're poking little holes in. And if you overstrip your skin by doing too many damaging procedures or using damaging products all at once, you're creating more holes in that fence. And over time, things can start to get through. From the outside in, that could be things like bacteria or viruses or things that can cause infection, but things can also get out. Specifically, hydration, water molecules that are inside of your skin naturally and are meant to stay in there. And when that transepidermal water loss across that barrier, transiently across that little fence, starts to happen, it causes issues. When I started to understand this more, when I started to study medicine and really put myself into a more clinical setting when it comes to skincare, I was kind of shocked because back as a teenager, I thought that if I just washed my face more, I would be fixing the issue, when in reality, I was probably making it worse. But you see, at the same time, things do build up on our skin and we need to cleanse those off, specifically pollution from the environment, such as UVA or UVB rays. Those are naturally created by the sun. They hit our skin and they cause damage. And by cleansing and also by adding serums and other hydrating or antioxidant infused products, we can fight some of that damage. Also, just pollution. If you're commuting in a car, if you work in a space with chemicals, fumes, manufacturing, even if you just burn incense or even candles in your own home, that smoke, those molecules that are in the air, can cause environmental damage to your skin. Again, it's not something to freak out about, but it's something to be aware of. And of course, makeup. We're putting things on our skin, can potentially clog our pores, but at the end of the day, we need to take that off, which is why cleansing and taking care of your skin is important. The question is, how often should you cleanse your skin, and is it really that necessary to do in the morning? We've done videos on what your skin does while you sleep, because when you are getting some snoozing in, your skin is working really hard. Your skin actually repairs 3 times faster when you sleep. And we don't eat when we sleep for like 6 to 8 hours. The whole reason is because our body is going through all of these processes when we're resting to take care of and rebuild us from the inside out. One of the things that makes us sleepy is a hormone called melatonin. You may have seen it in supplements or in pills. It's important to help us get to sleep, but it's also important in our skin's function. Melanin is the pigment in skin, and melanin and melatonin have a special relationship. When you're sleeping, melatonin is helping this process, basically helping to get rid of some of the damage that was caused throughout the day and get your skin to rebuild from a cellular level. DNA is in every single one of our cells, and you've probably heard of it as the blueprint to our entire bodies. It's the instructions on how to create a you. And when you are asleep, your skin is reading and transcribing that DNA around 3 times faster, meaning it's building up new cells to keep your body and, yes, your skin healthy. Of course, there is a ton more that goes on when you sleep, especially in your brain, specifically human growth hormone releases. That also helps when it comes to rebuilding your body. But at the end of the day, when you sleep, that is a rejuvenating time. Think about it. When we're asleep under the covers, we're not out in daylight. We're not getting those UVA and UVB rays hitting our face. We're not exposing ourselves to that environmental damage, to makeup, to cigarette smoke, or whatever else it is that is in the atmosphere. So when we sleep, do we really get as dirty, quote unquote, as we do during the rest of the day? For myself personally, my skin doesn't produce as much oil when I sleep, and I am not somebody who sweats at night. If you do sweat at night, maybe you should be cleansing every single day in the morning. But for me, being an acne sufferer, I have really good sleep hygiene, meaning that I wash my pillows and my sheets regularly. And I tie my hair back so that my hair doesn't get in my face, doesn't spread any dirt, oils, or hair products. Because I've been so diligent about that, I wake up with pretty much a clean face. Not because my face cleaned itself when it was asleep, but because of what I did the night before. You see, as an acne sufferer, I turned into a skincare addict. And as a skincare addict, I turned into a skincare understander and hopefully educator. And by doing that, I found routines that work for me. My nighttime routine is really intense. It's got a lot of products that add benefit to my skin. And when I sleep at night, my skincare products are syncing up with my skin's biology, giving it helpful ingredients such as retinol or glycolic acid or moisture that it needs. And when I wake up in the morning, it's not like I sweated that off. It's not like I have a bunch of new nasty things on my face. I wake up and my face is still relatively clean. So when I get up in the morning, I have maybe 2 to 3 steps, maybe a rinse, maybe a product, but always sunscreen. If you're interested in knowing what my routine is, we filmed a video on it right here. You can totally feel free to watch that. But the basis of it is that my nighttime routine sets me up for the next day. So I really don't need to cleanse when I get up because my face isn't overly oily. It's not overly dirty. I also don't wear a ton of makeup anymore. I've really come to terms with my acne and my skin, and I've tried to embrace it. So on days that I do wear a ton of makeup, you better believe I remove it well at night, and I might do a cleanse in the morning. But most of the time, if I'm not giving myself a full beat of Instagram face, I really don't need it. And if you're someone who doesn't wear makeup every day or just chooses to wear light makeup, you might not need to either. If you're interested in the science of what happens when you sleep, we've done a video on it here, and if you have questions specifically about this, feel free to leave them in the comments below. More videos can also be found down there talking about the products and the procedures that I use to keep my skin happy, especially because I've gone through so much with my face. But as always, if you have questions, please ask them, because skincare is self-care, and asking is what gets you answers. Always remember to be beautiful inside and out, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.